Hey YouTube, Peterbilt Knife Guy. Today we're going to be going over the mods I've been doing for the HK2 by BPS Knives. When I first got this thing, it was, pretty plain Jane. Didn't really have nothing to say bam about it. I looked on their website. They do have different models. Not of this one particularly. They have just a stainless and a carbon version, but they all come with just regular oak handles. I'm not sure if they're stained or not, but oak, they might be stained. And then a leather sheath with a cross stitching, whatever you call it. And I don't know, it just didn't speak to me. It did, but it had a lot of potential. And so I did some mods. So the first thing I did is I took these frickin' the scales off. I lightly sanded them because I believe they put some kind of oil or finish on it. And then I used leather dye, and you can see it doesn't take super good, but I did use leather dye and dyed them black. And then when I put the handle back on, you can still see where I haven't cleaned it up yet. I epoxied it. I epoxied the handle on, so now it's epoxied and screwed, and now it is not going anywhere. You're not going to knock these handles off. They would be probably hard to take off if you wanted to take them off. And then next, first thing I did is I took this dangler off. I'm not a huge fan of danglers. I don't wear belts. So I pulled the dangler off, I cut it, because I don't really care, but I could reuse this for something else. Dyed it black, pulled all the stitching out, which was easy, because all the stitching went across this. It crossed and went across here. So yeah, I pulled that out, re-stitched it, and then I riveted the top and the bottom. And now, it just looks so much better. It just looks so much better. I don't know why, but it does. The next thing I'm going to do is, if you can see, this is really hard to get in and out. And the problem is the distance on these points right here. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take this top, whatever you call this thumb ramp right here. It's kind of got a pointy little point right there, which is comfortable if you hold it how you should hold it. And actually, you know what, if you hold it like that, because it doesn't have a finger choil, that does want to poke into my thumb right there. So I'm going to round this off, and what that'll also do is narrow the cross section of this knife down a little bit, and hopefully go in and out of the sheath. And then also, I don't know if you can see this, but pulling it in and out of the sheath, it wants to drag pieces of leather out with it, because this is a real sharp angle. So I'm going to knock that down too. Let's I'll be back when it's done. Okay, and we're back. The magic of editing. So what I did here, watch this. That is just so much easier to come in and out of that sheath now. So what I did is, I took this thumb ramp and I just rounded it off a little bit. Just rounded the radius up here, dropped it down a little bit. And then I took this one right here, which had a real square point, and just rounded that off. I didn't really drop it down too much, but I rounded it off. And now when it goes in and out of the sheath, it's actually so much easier. So much easier. So anyways, that's just some quick mods. Stay tuned. We're gonna be doing a hard use test on this eventually. Maybe this weekend, maybe not. But what do you guys think? Looks a little bit better. Thanks for watching.